So this is a Martin on the street, but it's my street. It's actually my garage and my driveway, and it has nothing to do with the trip except for maybe comfort. Many of you know I'm kind of a generator nut, especially like the Onan twin cylinder ones out of old RVs. Generally find them on Marketplace for next to nothing. They usually don't have a whole lot wrong with them, and I collect them. And as a for instance, you're going to hear one running in the background, and that's a 7,000 water, and it is currently running the two air conditioners on the Airstream. I needed to put a new carburetor on it. It had been allowed to sit way too long, got all gummed up, real mess, and frankly it's less expensive to buy a new carburetor than it is to buy a kit and rebuild the old one. Figure that out. But as a for instance, so when I get out, I keep saying as a for instance, as I get outside, I'll point out some characteristics on the control panel. My control panels have a voltmeter for the charging. They have an oil pressure gauge. They also have an oil temperature gauge. Now, the oil temperature gauge you'll see is kind of going into the red. That's because it's actually water. So oil can go up to 250 degrees without any sweat. So it's currently around 200, 210. There's a fuel prime. It's an electric pump, so that allows me to prime it. And then there's a stop and start. And then there's a little control panel on the right-hand side that we're not going to be able to see much of because the daylight's kind of blanking it out. It's one of those LCDs. When they get hot, they don't show. But we're currently pulling 32 amps out of this thing. So that's with both air conditioners running and charging the Airstream and batteries and all that other stuff that goes with it. But to show you what kind of nut I am, so this is a little 3,500 watt Onan. It spins at 3,600 RPM. It's kind of a fast, noisy rascal. This is what you normally see in a lot of RVs. This is a 4,000 watter. It is two-cylinder, horizontally opposed, and it spins slow. It spins at 1,800 RPM. And they do that because of the 60 hertz requirement. They have a vibration isolating floor to them, or a mounting plate. That's that black plate that you see underneath it. There's low oil pressure and high temperature shutoffs on them, and they are what I call designed to run for a long, long time. So, and they have oil filters and oil pressurization. So that's pretty nifty. So believe it or not, I actually had to buy a Genny at retail, and that's this little rascal here. It wasn't to run air conditioners, but it was to charge the batteries when I'm boondocking. And none of mine were small enough to carry in the back of the pickup along with the motorcycle. So I'm going to go out here and show you this. Probably I'm not going to talk, but I'll point out some things on the control panel. So here we are in the Airstream. Air conditioners are working. The temperature is coming down. And I have one set up to turn off before the other. One set at, say, 68 degrees, and the other one set at 70 degrees, so that they can kind of cycle back and forth, and I can check the governor action on the generator. Oh, so now you have a little bit of a tour of the Airstream. So that's it for this Martin on the street. It's kind of a nice day today. Hope everyone's having a good one. Bye-bye.